Can you explain the character choice of the one testicle?
Well, I used that as the reason that he was chaotic. So he started as just good, and then, you lose a testicle, you're going to be pissed.
I'm telling you, man, as soon as I can sneak that pickaxe into Walt Disney Studios, that head is mine.
Oh, totally. I think that's an awesome idea.
Oh, hey, we're rolling! Hello, everyone. My name's Ben Lashar. I play Boney the Paladin on the Nat Camp podcast, and this is On a Roll, where I talk to people about their favorite D&D memories. I'm joined here today by my stepfather. He's a professional writer based in Indianapolis called Brad Daberko. Brad, how you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. Hi, Ben.
Hello. I know you traveled a long way to get here.
Yes, I did. I live upstairs.
So you got involved in D&D in the wild time known as the 80's.
Yeah, it was probably late 80s, early 90s.
Tell me, how did you get involved?
We used to play computer games that were interactive, kind of the... you make a decision and this happens and this happens and that sort of thing. Leisure Suit Larry from way back in the day, and then those advanced a little. And we used to get together and it was basically an excuse to drink.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
When we had a group of people that was too big to play one of the computer games together, somebody suggested D&D, and so we started that and played that. So, yeah, late 80s, early 90s.
What were your expectations going into the very first game?
I had no idea. These were our whole group of players were theater people, so they had pretty good imaginations and just like to screw around. So we basically just thought that we were gonna wing it. We had one guy, and he was the dungeon master, who had done it before, and the rest of us were newbies. So we just let him tell us what to do.
Okay, were you in college doing this? A little after?
A little after college. I was probably 24, 25, probably your age.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So you've seen that camp. You've seen how kind of modern D&D works. It's very roleplay heavy. You guys spend a lot of time making your character. While the character can die, it'd be crazy if it happens like once per campaign. Okay, what does that compare to how you did it?
Well, it's similar. We didn't get quite as in depth. We were just kind of winging it. We made sure somebody always had resurrect spell, so we could pretty much do whatever we wanted and make stuff up. We never got into the characters as deeply as you guys do. I mean, the only thing I remember of my character was he was Tim, the Paladin, chaotic good, and he only had one testicle.
Can you explain the character choice of the one testicle?
Well, I used that as the reason that he was chaotic. So he started as just good, and then, you lose a testicle, you're going to be pissed.
Why Tim of all the names?
It was pulled from Monty Python.
Nuts.
The conjurer up on the mountaintop.
There are some who call me Tim.
Greetings, Tim the Enchanter.
Did you have like physical dice that you would roll back then? Or?
Yeah, we had physical dice, and there was really only one place in town you could buy them, so you drove all the way across town to buy your little sack full of dice. And
what was this place?
Oh my god, it was down in Broad Ripple in the artsy section. But it was a game store. It was one of the game stores and I think all the owners of the store played, so that's why they had all the equipment.
So basically, just some weird hybrid game comic store with one guy who you don't think he's making any money off of it, but he seems very content.
Yes, it gives him an excuse to just sit around all day and play weird games, and if he sells $100 worth of stuff, he makes his nut. So, yeah, but it was a cool store. I liked it.
And all these years, nothing has changed.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there or not.
Was it like so you said it was a very kind of artsy-fartsy atmosphere, or was it more of a, hey, let's just drink atmosphere? What was the atmosphere like?
It was more, hey, let's just drink, and basically a bunch of people trying to outdo themselves, as I know you understand. But it was.
I haven't forced on my party to crap themselves.
Yeah, and it was always somebody trying to come up with something that would throw the dungeon master off, like something that he couldn't possibly have foreseen. Yeah. And then just to see how, because we wanted him to be involved too. Because he was a very creative guy, a very good actor too. So
what's like the craziest thing that came up to try to throw the dungeon master off?
Oh my god, it's been too long. I can't think. Like I said, I basically remember my character. I remember there was an elf character named Piper, which for some reason I thought that was a funny name, but I don't remember a lot of it because we drank a lot.
Well, obviously
killed off a lot of brain cells.
And all these years, nothing has changed.
That's right.
I'm still trying to get that Founders sponsorship for Nat Camp. Hasn't.
You would think that would be a natural.
You would.
Some kind of alcohol sponsoring one of these things, but...
Listen, Founders, gotta return my calls, man. You're leaving money on the table here.
I'm a marketing professional. If you need help with the campaign, I can help.
Well,
although you could look at others like Bohemian National, is that what it's called? Did they call it Natty? Natty Light?
Natty Light?
That would work with Nat Camp.
That would work with Nat Camp, but then I have to pretend to like Natty.
Well, a Natural Light is another beer. I don't know if they still make that or not, but I don't know. I'm not a beer drinker. Find a bourbon. True.
I would love to have a whiskey sponsor us. I think I might be the only one of the Nat Camp people who drinks whiskey. Like, I know you make fun of my, girly cocktail taste, but goddamn Zach, or Dungeon Master, drinks, spiked juice.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm calling you out right here, Zach.
At least man up to a seltzer.
Yeah, man up to a seltzer, but you know what? If not, we'll ship you your dress. When you go through Nat Camp, do you see, anything that we do that harkens back to what you did back in the olden days?
Oh, I definitely, the creativity is definitely there, and you're always trying to think of a unique spin on it as opposed to just, we open the door. There was a lot of basic stuff back then when we did it, but you guys have taken it to another level, which is cool.
What was the biggest challenge that Tim had to conquer?
I really can't remember any specifics. I just remember the room we were sitting in and drinking, and it's been too long. I know, I'm a horrible interview.
You are. So get out. I hate you.
I remembered he only had one testicle.
Honestly, that's the most important bit.
It is. And I'm pretty sure he's still bitter to this day, wherever he is.
Wherever he is. Probably retired. Owns an inn somewhere.
At home with no kids. Because of the testicle, of course.
Yeah. Zach, if there ever has been motivation to create an NPC named Tim, this is it. Honestly, this interview is just a very indirect way for me to jab at my Dungeon Master. That's really the only reason I invited you here.
I'm glad I could be here to enable it.
Thank you. Was it kind of like Nat Camp, where it was every session was like an episode in a long-running series, or was it more a bunch of one-offs?
No, it was definitely a storyline. So it's like, okay, where did we leave off? And we got together probably every 3-4 weeks.
Nice.
And then we'd spend the first half an hour going, okay, remember, we were here, we were under the giant oak tree, you had just told the story about your missing testicle, here's where we're going from here. So, yeah, it was they were not individual episodes or anything like that.
Did you have some kind of conclusion, or did it just kind of taper off?
I think it just kind of tapered off. When you asked about doing an interview, I was like, oh my God, why did we ever stop playing? But I think it was just kind of tapering off. People had kids and stuff to do, and so, yeah. But it was definitely fun while it lasted.
I would like you to pitch a spin-off adventure where Tim finds his missing testicle.
Well, obviously, it's going to have to be either enchanted.
Yeah, obviously.
Or encased in magical formaldehyde or something like that. So I could see it happening. Maybe come up upon a sorcerer. Yeah. Maybe a gay sorcerer.
Oh, most certainly.
Who's taken Tim's testicle. He's kind of had a weird thing with it for the last 20 years and keeps it on his shelf. And
his followers worship it.
Yes.
Oh, check this out.
Tim's.
It's not. I had it freeze-dried and bronzed. Every now and then, when my life's getting me down and things are tough, I just come up here and I look at it.
And Tim comes in and smites them all.
Is it as simple as doesn't cut back on?
I don't think so. Again, I think you're going to need magic or some kind of gay physician. To reinstall the testicle. And then I think when it's reinstalled, then Tim goes back to just
good
instead of chaotic good, because he's not pissed off anymore.
You invest the characters in balance.
Yes. It's a anatomical imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Hitler.
Exactly.
He was chaotic good. Oh shit! Can I say that? But cut.
It was a fucking joke, you cunts!
He was chaotic.
He was chaotic.
The way a lot of people play chaotic neutral is like, okay, I'm chaotic neutral. I'm gonna kill this whole orphanage. Like, no, I think you're just evil. You don't want to admit it.
Yeah, chaotic neutral. You can't do things that are pure evil. There has to be
good sprinkled into it.
Yeah, or some kind of reason to be chaotic.
The first episode interviewed the former rogue of the party, who was chaotic neutral, just out of nowhere slapped a kid and kidnapped him, and that just escalated.
Now, see, to me, to be chaotic neutral, the kid had to have done something. So it's just enough to where a normal person wouldn't slap and kidnap a kid, but the kid called him something.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else you want to add about Dungeons & Dragons, the late 80s, early 90s? Anything else we've talked or haven't talked about?
No, I think it's a great thing with all the TV and other video screens that you can be staring at to actually have something where you're using your brain and being creative is a good thing. I mean, we did it because we had to. There was no internet at the time. We played computer games, but not much. So I think it's a good thing for the young brain.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us today on the roll. Please follow Nat Camp on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Podbean, we're everywhere good podcasts are found.
I do.
This man was a very...
First subscriber ever.
Your first subscriber, first Patreon subscriber. He's quoted the term fanatic. I hope that catches on.
There was no charge for that either.
No charge. So everyone please start calling yourselves fanatics and follow us on all those platforms. We're not on Apple Podcasts though, because... Apple just can't work well with everyone else. Just check the lack of USB cables on everything. And I hope to see you all around the campfire.